What's good, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. CDK with Sports Talk Network, and I got the young phenom, the prodigy in the building once again. Salute to Mr. Joseph Bryan. How's everything going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I can't complain, man. I'm blessed and highly favored. God's on my side. That's all I can
Mm.
say. God's on my side. Things are going great. Life is good, and I'm just happy to really, be alive and well right now. So, uh, getting to it. I know you seen all the fights, the controversy, and we talked before the fight took place with Javante and Lamont Rose. We had the opportunity to talk then. What do you think about the events, and what do you think went wrong or went right for either guy?
Um, I mean, it's hard to say, what went wrong, what went right. I just think, Lamont just fought a great fight. I mean, he grew up with Tank, so he knew he knows him and he's comfortable with him, and he's not scared of him like most people are. So, he went in and he did his thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it had a lot to do with it. And I was telling people, I was talking to, I don't know if you know Bones Adams. He is a
Yeah.
champ, okay, yeah. Me and him, like I said, we fought back in the amateurs and been knowing each other for a long time. And I was talking to him yesterday, and it's kind of what I was telling him, and he felt the same way. Like sometimes guys know each other, and they it don't matter how many times they fight, you're probably gonna get the same outcome or the same fight. Now,
Yeah.
one thing that I did notice and I paid attention to that I felt like took place. I think I could be wrong. I feel like there was a lot of problem in the corner as far as salute BVO. I sent you a 1 second. Yeah, I think there was a lot of problems in the corner. I believe that Tank needs to go back to just what who is this? He had Barry right, Barry Hunt in his corner and Cal.
Yeah.
Both of those guys are phenomenal trainers, taking them from Barry. But it's just something about Calvin to me that makes Tank, brings out the best in Tank. And I don't know whether it caused a problem or not. But do you think changing in the middle of the game, being who Tank is, could have played an effect on some of the things that took place?
Um, I mean, it could have been, but it's hard to say too, because I mean, even though maybe he's not like the main guy, I mean, he's still there.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, we can only assume how much Calvin played a part in his camp. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's kind of hard to say.
It definitely is. It's definitely hard to say. Salute to my brother BVO just coming on stage with us. How you doing, bro?
Salute CDK. Hey champ, I seen that video, man. I
Oh, which
seen that
one?
video. The with Eubanks.
Well, you bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
been
seen the
hunting, man.
video.
He been hunting for this video. He
Yeah.
been hunting for this
Mm.
video, man. Listen, I don't know how he said he hunted the video down, but he
Hey, you
hunted.
didn't tell us you did him like that, champ.
I didn't even know there was a video. Shoot.
It
I didn't either. I didn't know it
was
either.
off somebody's cell phone.
Oh,
Somebody,
okay.
yeah, you gotta check them phones when they be in that gym, man. They
And
had
you
Yeah,
them.
I
know
didn't
what they
see that. I
say.
didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
So you didn't even know it was a video, but now he told me that he hunted
No.
it down. That's one thing that. What? How you feel about that now? You know the old days of Spawn. What happened at Spawn that stayed behind the scenes? What do you think about the way that things are going now with all these Spawn sessions coming out?
Um, I'm not a fan of it. I'm the same way, old school. Whatever happens is foreign, stays is foreign. Even
Yeah,
even even when you guys ask me questions and speak on it, you see, I don't give much.
yeah, and
So
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect it myself.
Well, I
Because
seen how you heard him, Joe. You can't hide that, man. You was trying to see
yeah, I
that.
know Gene Low.
If you fight like that, bro, if you fight like that, ain't gonna be many people that can beat you.
mm.
With the defense, and then I think you was I don't know if you was trying to prove a point, dude. The work you did in there, man, you only gonna get better. Now I see why everybody's so excited about you, man. Now I see, like, oh, okay. You be waiting at the bus stop sometime, but when you being offensive, you special, man. You special when you offensive,
I
bro.
think definitely with your spawn, I know what you're saying. When you spawn somebody, anybody too, I think when you spawn of somebody that you know is, you know the names and who they are when they come in there, does that get you excited and make you want to go just a little bit harder in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say harder, but I mean, I always want to work with the best because I know like the best out there is only gonna get me better. You know what I mean? I want to work with like the top of the level people. So whenever I get the chance to do that, like I'm excited to go in there and learn and test my skills.
Definitely. Go ahead, BBO.
So my question is this: when you get people that don't know you, that's hearing about you for the first time, like say like me, I see you was on there with my brother Wyatt Sim, salute to him. What does it feel like when people give you so much praise? Because I know that's gotta feel good, man. That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, it do feel good. It just lets me know that all the hard work is paying off, and people, if people are taking notice of it.
Definitely, definitely. Go ahead, BBO.
And I was gonna ask you this, man. How are you trying to like present yourself as a fighter and as a person? Are you trying to be like is there a certain fighter that you're trying to fight like or be like as far as personality, or what kind of blueprint are you using?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm being me. I mean, my personality is more just calm and laid back. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to be, like once I'm up there and known as like the people's champ, just for everybody. But
Definitely.
I wouldn't say I'm trying to copy anybody. I'm just trying to be myself.
No,
I feel
yeah,
that.
when I say that, I mean you come off as an intelligent brother, like a Sugar Ray Leonard, and I think that's good because I think for the kids, man, they need to see somebody who's speaking with sense and that's not all tattooed up. Somebody let everybody know that there are some normal people out there. You know what I mean? So I think what you're
Yeah,
doing is terrific, man.
thank you.
Definitely, I agree with him 100%. I have nothing but the utmost respect, like I said, for what you're doing. And like I once heard, I think it was Serena Williams or Ida Venus Williams said when they asked them who they want to be like, they said they want to be like themselves. Ain't nothing like being like you, young brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You got your own style, and you bring a lot to the table. And I love it, and I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? How close are you to your next fight?
I fight on Saturday.
Oh my God. And you came here for man, hey, you made me feel good. Hey, just to know you fight Saturday, man, and you gave me this opportunity, me and my brother, man, that's truly you know what I'm saying, the honor and respect for that, man. Saturday. And I know you're gonna take care of business Saturday. Who is your opponent?
Some guy from Texas. He's undefeated like me, 4-0.
Some guy
Oh,
from Texas.
yeah,
Hey,
look at you, some guy. I like that. Some guy from Texas. You
yeah.
gonna hurt him or what you gonna do, man?
I mean, we'll see.
Come
I'm gonna get a job done. We'll see how we get it done.
on, Chad. You supposed to go on there and hurt him, man. Because I'm telling you, man, people don't. And one thing I'll tell you this for me playing short time in NFL, when you hear people give you this kind of adoration and praise, man, it's not for no reason. Not for no reason. Because from what we seeing, man, I guess the funny thing is I hate to say it, but as fans and as media people, we always like push you forward to what your final product will be. That's what we so excited about. We're excited about seeing you. Sometimes you get so caught up in the ending, you don't enjoy the journey. But enjoy the journey, but forgive us sometimes as media people because we always look at the finished product. We look
Definitely.
Yeah.
at you at light heavyweight, seeing you dominate at 175, maybe even go to cruiserweight one day. That's what we looking at when we see you. It's like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Now you see what people say, because I know you hear all the time. When you're a big kid, I know you get tired of hearing that crap. you know,
Oh
every interview
no.
you get, you're a big kid because the mindset is you're in the journey. With us in the media, we looking at you at 175 because we know we might have the next American light heavyweight champion. That's like really exciting. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what people see when they see you, man. But
You
I want
know,
to ask you something a little
go ahead,
different, man.
go ahead, go ahead.
So when you're getting ready for a fight, man, do you like have a certain like regimen that you stick to, or do you still do some of the same things you always do? How do you kind of set up your regimen?
I stick to a lot of things that I always do, that training plans that my dad kind of had me, that he made for me and stuff, that we have for each other, is is special and unique just to me. And then, I mean, depending on who I'm fighting and stuff, we could change it up. Or, I mean, sometimes injuries pop up in camp. So, I
Yeah.
mean, anything can happen. So, I mean, it gets tweaked, like just for towards like whatever, what it caters towards whatever I got to do. You know what I mean? But
Mm. Okay, okay. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had, because we hear about the weight camps, and weight camps are basically when a person is really having to cut weight. So when you're looking at that, do you try to avoid that, like, and try to stay on par with weight, not having to worry about going to camp and focusing, mainly on trying to get your weight down?
Yeah, I never had no problems with weight like my whole career, and I mean I'm pretty even like out of camp. I'm pretty disciplined, so I never blow up too crazy past what I fight at.
That's good. That's good right there. Go ahead, BBO.
So that being said, I'm gonna ask you a funny question, man. So growing up, what was your favorite cartoon?
My favorite cartoon was SpongeBob growing up.
Yeah. I like SpongeBob. I watch it with my son a lot. You know what I'm saying? He got me watching SpongeBob and one of my favorite cartoons as well.
So,
Man.
so I want to ask you this: when we gonna see the SpongeBob trunks, man?
They're coming soon. I already got the shirt.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
got the shirt on now. So you really been
Yeah,
thinking
it'll be
about doing
soon.
that? You thought about the
Yeah,
SpongeBob? Oh, that'll be
yeah, for sure. It just gotta be like, yeah, I'm saving it for like a big fight. Don't want
definitely
to waste it
okay.
now.
Okay. Well, you got a big fight coming up real soon. I'm talking about. Do you foresee yourself maybe in the next 10? Like I know that everybody has a goal. Sometimes people say, well, I ain't putting no timetable on it, but in our minds or whatever, we always putting a timetable on something. So do you see yourself maybe in the next what 6 7 8 fights projection? What do you see yourself at if it can
Man,
happen?
I mean, it's hard to say. Like I said, I'm just like I said before, I'm just trusting my team. Met with the promotions, they're gonna guide me the right way, and I just fight whoever they put in front of me. So we'll see.
Definitely, definitely. How's the spawn going right now? As far as your spawn partners, have you had some really good spawn this camp?
Yeah, I've had great sparring, and I've switched like my sparring partners up a lot. So I've gotten to get in the ring with actually a lot of great people.
Okay, that's great. Before I let BBO go, let me ask you this because I thought about something, and I want to ask you this, another fighter, because I had never heard of this. Doing Tank's camp, now it could be possible. Tank only had one spawn partner. Is that kind of strange? You think?
I feel like one for the entire 8 weeks is like
Right.
I mean I feel like that's a little. I mean, I don't know, to each his own, but I feel like in 8 weeks, I feel like you should at least get like three, maybe. I mean, I think three
Definitely,
is good,
definitely.
or
That's what
or
I
at
was
least two. At least two. I feel like one is not enough. I mean, unless he's like the your opponent's twin, I think you need more than one.
right, man. Yeah. Go ahead, BBO. Definitely.
He said the opponents too. You rough, man.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
didn't know you was rough like that. But speaking of that, man, when you see like where you at now in your career, man, what's the most exciting thing about it? Like experience so far, because now you're starting to pick up steam. What's the most exciting part?
Honestly, I think just like me going around to get to meet new people. I feel like I've gotten a lot of super cool connections just from boxing and stuff. Different random fans that will just come up to me and be like, "Hey, you Joseph Brown? Can I get a picture?" Stuff like that. Going to these big fights and these big names that I look up to are coming over to me, knowing who I am. All that stuff is like super exciting to me.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's got to be exciting, man. But I was going to ask you this, man. So, not I know you're a boxer, but did you play any other sports growing up?
Nah, it's just been fighting.
So no
Hey,
basketball on the side, huh?
hey,
Nah.
sometimes you know what you're good at and just stick to it. And just
Ain't
stick
nothing
Yeah.
to
wrong
it.
with that.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you last time, and I wondered about this because I did see this. What up, free? Pull up, sir, if you want to. Uh, I wanted to ask you this: the Olympics. I read somewhere. I know you went pro. I think you were looking at a timetable during the Olympics was coming up. Do you have any regrets about maybe not trying to go for a gold medal or anything like that, or did you think about going to the Olympics? How much of that decision was made on you turning pro or the timetable?
Yeah, we thought about that. Was what I wanted to do like growing up for the longest time, but they had changed the age limit in boxing from like 17 to 19 or something like that, which means I couldn't go in 2024. So it's like at that point, it's like I didn't feel like staying amateur for another 4 years, for like 5 years to try and make the next one or something. So I was like, we're turning pro.
Yeah, that's definitely too long. And don't they do they allow pros to participate in the Olympics now? I know that I don't really
They
see
do.
anybody doing it. Okay, they do.
Yeah. I don't really know how like I don't know how it works. So like how the selection works if you're a professional or whatever. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
It's
Okay,
hard to get. It's hard to get on that team too. People forget about it. It's hard to get on that team. And make the team is a tough thing.
Yeah, it's a whole process in itself.
okay. Free got a question for you. He says, how does he feel? How do you feel about the TKO boxing by Turkey?
It seems interesting. To be honest, I don't know like much about it. Like I didn't really get no details and stuff. I just kind of heard that, he's starting a league. I don't even know if like he's using his own belt or if he's still using the other four sanction bodies, but I mean, it's interesting. I mean, we'll see where it goes.
It seems like to me that he's trying to use the Ring magazine because I've been hearing the WBC and it's like they're at war. It seems like right now with Turkey, and I don't know what how this is gonna play out. But this is the thing that I'm kind of scared of, and this just going through my mind. Ain't nobody told me this or nothing. I see he brought Dana White in, and what I think is this. I could be wrong. Turkey's been paying a lot of money out to fighters, pulling fighters in. But now we know how Dana White in the UFC, and we know how people talk about the pay. What I'm wondering is when they bring in this new league or whatever, of boxing, are they going to try to drop the pay down of boxers? Do you think that could possibly happen?
Um, I mean, it could, I mean, it's hard to say. I feel like because of the standard that everybody has for Turkey, the standard that Turkey set for himself, I feel like to go lower than that, it would like I don't even think he would want to do that. Try and go lower than what like he's already been doing. And I
Yeah,
feel like most boxers are already at that top level. If they see that they're gonna be getting paid pennies another league, it's like
right.
why would they even go and do that? So nobody would even go for that unless they're paying good. So
But see, yeah, Son Free just said, and it kind of goes into what I'm saying. He's planning on targeting prospects.
You're
Uh,
looking at people like you.
yeah,
That's what he wants before you get there.
mm. well
Um,
I'm I
but
mean, even prospects like me, like
mhm.
good prospects still get paid decent. So I mean,
right.
like I said before, it's like if it's less than what I'm getting now, why would I leave?
This is $1 million question, and I ain't going into your bankroll or nothing. You know what the UFC fighters make as a prospect right now, on par with them. Where would you say would you be in the top level, or where would you be as prospect, a great prospect, any prospect in boxing? How does it compare to what UFC is paying their fighters right now?
I mean, it's different in boxing, because a lot of it depends on like who you are, what promotion you're with. But I mean, like I'm with Floyd, so they take
Yeah,
good care of me.
right.
So
You with the
I
money
mean,
team.
they take good care of me.
You with the money team.
Yeah.
Definitely, I feel you on that. Go ahead, BBO.
So have you got a chance to talk to like people like Richard Shape and Floyd?
Yeah.
Did you talk to them guys?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we want to say that is because Richard Schaefer is one of the most intelligent guys in boxing. I mean,
Mm,
say him and Al Heyman. Al Heyman's from my city, man, Cleveland. So
yeah.
I can't imagine being around those kind of guys. Are you trying to learn the business as well as you go, or you just focused on boxing right now?
No, of course I have to learn the business of boxing too. I can't go into
Definitely.
anything blindly. And Richard's a great guy. I talk to him all the time. That's why I love him as the CEO because he's not like there but not there. Like I could pick up the phone and call him whenever I want.
Okay. Leonard Ellaby, did you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, I did. Leonard's a super cool guy too. I never had no problems with Leonard.
Okay, that's what I want. I
I
wonder.
love when Leonard say his favorite line. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it
Yeah. So,
up.
do you see like? Are you able to notice the difference between Schaefer and Leonard Ellaby and the way they go about doing things? Do you pay attention to that?
I don't pay attention to it too much. I mean, while I was there, I didn't get to work with Leonard a lot, while I was there. So, kind
Okay.
of hard to say.
Okay. Definitely. Definitely. Go ahead, BVO.
So did you see that fight last night with Armando Vargas at all?
I didn't get to see it. I missed it.
Who
Yeah,
won? I didn't see it either. BVO. Who won that fight?
Armando won, but they stole it. It
Oh,
was
it was another one of those situations.
yeah.
Mm.
That's my one question I wanted. Would you do? Could you take somebody taking a fight from you?
Could I what?
Could you take someone taking a fight from you? Like if you lost a fight that you know
Mhm.
that you won, how would you handle something like that?
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how I would handle it, to be
Right.
honest. I
It
mean,
ain't too much you can do
you know
about
what I mean?
it.
Like, exactly. It's like at that point, like, what can you do? I don't
Yeah.
know.
It happens all the time, and that's why a lot of times it's good to. I always say it's good to be the A side, and it's good to go out there and really take care of business where there ain't no doubt about it. Because there's a chance for doubt. You know what I'm saying? We see what happens, and I know you know the rules of boxing. You got the opportunity. What do you think about the knockdown, but not knockdown in the situation with Tank? Was that a knockdown in your eyes?
Uh, Going off the rules of boxing, I mean, if you
Yeah, that's it.
take if you go based off the rules of boxing, yeah. From his excuse, I I from his excuses, kind of it makes sense because I know what it's like to have braids and have like the grease come in your eyes. It really does burn, but I mean, when you take a knee, like it is it is supposed to be considered a knockdown. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Right, right. Did you score that fight that night?
Um, Me a little bit. Kept track of it a little bit. I mean, honestly, I thought it was a great fight
Me too.
from both sides, and I wasn't. I couldn't be mad at a draw, to be honest.
Right, right. Either way, where you had it a draw, I'm not gonna lie, I scored at 7-5 Lamont, but it could be I also could see it being a draw. That's just how I seen it. It was a close fight. I mean, it was a tough fight either way, like you said, and like we said earlier. Those two guys fight again. I think it's gonna be the same outcome. I just think they know each other. I don't see it playing out any other way.
Yeah.
Who would you after this fight right here? I know. How long do you plan on staying at 154 right now? Like, what is your timetable for that? Or is there a timetable? Might not be.
Uh, the timetable is whenever I grow out of it, because that's what
Yeah.
everyone says I'm gonna do. So we'll see how long I can hold it for.
Oh, you say everybody saying you're gonna grow out of it?
Yeah.
Well, you definitely are because you're gonna get older, and say I call it the old age spread. As you get older, the weight starts to come on, and it just comes on out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm,
unavoidable.
yeah.
But the good thing is you're gonna be staying in shape as you get older. You know what I'm saying? And I say another 2 or 3 years, you'll probably start to see it'll probably start to get harder to make 154. But right now, you're young and got plenty of energy. It'll be easy for a while.
Mm,
Now I'm
okay.
sitting on the couch. And he probably saying, "How does he know?" But just take, but I'm just telling you from experience, though it will come on. So I definitely want to see you become a world. I mean, do you ever think about being a multiple division world champion?
Yeah, of course.
154, 160, 168, or either you gonna skip one. You probably skip one of those things and end up getting the light heavyweight, though, like BBO said, I believe.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but I mean, I like to take my time in each one.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely, definitely. Unified world champion, undisputed world champion.
Hmm.
You see how we do. You see how we do, Joseph. We not good at that, man. We just see the light heavyweight champion with the confetti falling on it. That's what we see, man.
Yeah, like we already got you there, man, and we're
Yeah.
already putting the name on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because
Yeah,
we haven't. To tell you the truth, as far as your mindset, and it's a credit to you, man. Bad Chad. He had all the time in the world. He just couldn't get his head together. Andre Ward did great things, but he just wasn't very active because of promotional issues. I think I'm enjoying to get a chance to watch your career because it looks like everything's in line. And that's the most important thing is when the business is in line, you can focus on fighting. And we know Floyd's gonna spoil y'all a little bit. So you're gonna be happy going in the ring. So that's
Yeah.
that's the most exciting part because I'm telling you, man, this is just for me as a fan, a young American champion, it's just exciting because we don't really have. I'm being truthfully, it's almost amazing to hear that you box because usually guys are not as articulate as you are or as well spoken. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying most people that get in combat sports got it out of necessity, not because
Yeah.
it's something they want to do. So what made you choose the sport? Because you actually chose the sport. The sport didn't choose you. What made you choose the sport? Better yet.
My dad, he got me into. He did it his whole life, and you know,
yeah.
yeah, he got me into it.
Was
Yes,
your dad was your dad a professional? Did he ever turn pro in sport?
He didn't turn pro.
Does he? Did he? I mean, like I know me, and I was an amateur boxer, and I had opportunity, but like I said, I took the wrong path. I don't know what your dad path was like or what went on with him, but does he have any regrets or ever think about like I think about what could be? Did your dad ever think about it?
Yeah, I mean, he grew up in the streets and stuff like that, so
Yeah, like me. Yeah,
that's he couldn't make it because of that. So
that's what held
no,
me back.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely, and man, as always. So it's definitely, man. I know it feels good because I just got my son. He's only, 6 years old, and I just got him into boxing, and I
Mm,
just want to, push him, let him live his own dreams. But at the same time, I'm hoping that he chooses that, and I can ride the wave with him and just be there and just watch him. And make sure that I'm there to guide him, and he don't get the opportunity to make the mistakes I made. So that's
yeah.
a good thing having your father in your life, man. There ain't nothing like that.
Mm,
And, we get a as black men, we sometimes get a bad name when it comes to being fathers. I know you're not a father yet, but I'm sure you've heard that. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely nothing but a privilege to have your dad. And there's also situations where the things doesn't work out. Like your dad is your number one corner man, right?
mm.
Okay, so you see the situations. What do you think goes wrong sometimes when the father and son relationships, as far as when like you had Roy Jones and Floyd came back as father, and Floyd, to me, Floyd Senior is one of the greatest corner men ever. I love Floyd Senior as far as the corner man. I've heard Oscar De La Hoya say, that was his best corner man or whatever trainer. What do you think sometimes goes wrong in those situations?
It's just like I feel like it's just normal like family problems. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, father and son. It's just being father and son. So I feel like sometimes when father coaches coaching their son, it's like they coaching and they're being dad at the same time, and then the son kind of getting, they won't take the information as that's my coach. What I need to do is like that's my dad. He's taking me off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
and it goes both ways. Sometimes it's the son. Sometimes it's the dad. So that's usually the issue.
definitely. Go ahead, BBO.
The exciting thing, man, and this is just me kind of looking at it like in the conundrum because I'm 34, right? So I'm some years older than you. It's amazing to see how the generation, behind me, so to speak, really is thinking about the right things, man. That's exciting because when I was your age playing football, I was not talking like you, man. My whole thing was, and I'm gonna be very candid, it was cash and checks, having sex. That's what I was saying. I'm gonna play football for. And I remember when I was playing, that's all I thought about. When I got to the pros, that's all I thought about. And it's just funny how, like, I think people don't understand when you have the right mindset, it really sets you up not only in your professional life but in your personal life. And I think you're gonna do great, man. I'm just so excited to see more, man. And you got a fan in BBO, man. I'm gonna be pushing for you, man, because it's exciting
Thank
to
you.
see what you're doing. Because it's another guy. I don't know if you heard of him, Ishmael Mason. That brother's the truth, man. Ishmael Mason is Abdullah Mason's little brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's bigger. He's not quite as big as you. He's about 5'10". He's about 5'10". So I think he'll be a really good welterweight at some point.
Mm.
But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna hold you up too long because I didn't know you had a fight, and that's man. I'm just glad to know. Like, is it gonna be on TV or how can we catch that fight?
It should be. It's supposed to. It's on Sebastian Fedora's undercard, so I think it's streaming on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so it's gonna be on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna make sure that I got to catch your fight. Me and BBO, because BBO gonna be
I'm
trying
gonna
to.
be watching, brother. I'm gonna be watching, man.
Thank you.
He gonna see if you're gonna let your hands go. Let me ask you
Yeah.
a question. The last interview, I think you done. Somebody kind of brought up what BBO brought up. Now, like I said, you in the ring and you know what you're doing. So when you hear people like us that sitting on the sideline say, "Hey man, you need to throw a few more punches," what goes through your mind? Honestly,
Like you talking about like sitting here listening to it now, or like when I'm in the
no,
ring?
no, like you got people that's like we ain't fighting. So, but you're in the ring and you know what you're doing. Do you
It's
take
the
it to
chatter,
count?
the chatter, the chatter from us, the fans. What
Yeah,
is
the
that
thing
ever
is,
affect
do
Oh,
you?
you take it to
I
count?
mean, like me, I don't really like. Well, I'm very like aware of everything, so I can hear certain things like that. But
Right.
it's like I'm not listening. I can just hear it. I'm listening to my corner, and I'm listening to the other guy's corner, but everything else I just hear, kind of one ear out the other, type
So,
thing.
so you do
Oh,
listen to the other guy's corner?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes, in certain case scenarios.
Yeah, so you like old school F this crowd, huh?
Man, that's the right. Hey, that's the right way to be, and that's the right focus to have, man. Because you got to be focused on the task at hand. Uh,
Yeah,
what is this? A 6 round fight?
yeah.
6 round fight. So I'm gonna go on and put it out there. I want you to get him out of there by three. 3 rounds in. I'm saying it's 3 rounds in, man. 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a done deal.
Mm,
This is my last question for you, Joseph. So, what
yeah,
is it like being around all this young talent? We see Floyd had just signed a bunch of young talent. What is it like being around all these great guys around your age?
it's great. It's just motivation. We're all hungry. We all want to be the best one day. So it motivates me. It lets me know that there's other people that want it too. So it motivates me to keep training hard like I'm doing now.
Definitely. Oh yeah, BBO asked a great question. This is the last one. Do you and Camille Moten ever go back and forth about who's gonna be world champion first? The competition just in fun.
Nah, nah, nah. We cool. We
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we both uplift each other.
Now, that's what I'm saying. Like, not in a bad way, but like I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but he itty bitty, so you probably ain't listening to him,
yeah, I'm talking
Joseph.
about like friendly, like as brothers. Like, hey man, I'm gonna get there before you do, or just pushing each other.
We never really we never really talked about that, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, that,
yeah,
that's stuff from our era, man. They don't. The young boys don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it
they
was a
don't.
way.
They don't do all that talking crazy to each other. They don't do that.
Oh no, I don't want them talking crazy to each other. I'm saying like,
No, I'm just talking about like the back and forth. Like hey, I'm the best. No,
yeah,
I'm the best. They don't. I see a lot of young athletes. They don't do that. I got
yeah,
a
yeah.
nephew.
You got a free to do it and a free. Most of the ones now is like a different era. But man,
Yeah,
listen, we will be tuned in Saturday for your fight, and I'm just having man honor once again to have you. And like I said, round three, I want to go in there and put my popcorn in the microwave. I want to come back. I want the fight to be over. I'm calling it
hey,
now.
go in there and beat him to death, man. Just beat him till you get tired. Well,
Man,
thanks
God,
again, Champ. I appreciate you, man.
thank you, bro. Appreciate you. God bless you, bro, and have a safe fight, man. And, y'all fighting in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already there.
Hmm.
Man, it's CDK Sports Talk Network with my brother BBO Sports Talk Network and with the future world champion, Mr. Joseph Brown. We out.
All right, take care.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you, brother. Thank you.